and we want to say thank you. And so right now, what I'd like to do is we do have trophies. These are trophies. Each student, each player gets a trophy, has their name on it. It says Rookie 1, 2012 Great Valley Academy Baseball. They're kind of special because it shows us what the baseball is. And I'd like to call up Devin, Maurice, Devin, you did a fantastic job. I think this was your first year playing, right? And I remember talking to your dad, and he just wasn't sure, how well you did. You just came on really strong, played first base, just the best that I've seen, and I'm really proud of you, and you did a great job, and I'm glad for you to be on our team. All right, let's hear it for Devin. Hey guys, when you get your trophy, Devin, come back here. Will you come by, shake my hand before you leave, and shake all the coaches' hands before you leave, guys? Okay. All right, now the next one here, this young man, we're gonna call him the double play king, because first of all, only one boy got a double play during our season, and not only did that boy get a double play, he got 3 double plays during the season, and out there catching balls, hustling, and just being a great asset to the team. Let's hear it for Jackson Washington.
Woohoo!
Good job, buddy. Good job. Our next young man was out there hustling, played a lot of positions, just had very, very enthusiastic for the game, and I think this young man would be enthusiastic for any game that he gets to play, but his enthusiasm is somewhat infectious, and it just, you can just tell. I like it when somebody just loves the game and can hardly contain themselves, and that young man is Zane Landis, and appreciate having Zane.
Yes, Zane.
Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. All right. This young man, I think everybody's going to know who that is, who got hurt a couple of times and hung in there in spite of getting hurt and kept wanting to play and really kind of came on towards the end too. His fielding and his hitting was just really, towards the end, was just really coming on great. But I loved the fact that even when he got hurt, he might have been tempted to go home, but he wanted to stay in there and play anyway. So let's hear it for Sean Lovelady. Sean.
What a soldier.
All right. Now this young man, again, I think it was his first year also, and just really showed an aptitude and a seriousness for the game, and a love for it, and just a real seriousness on wanting to do well. And that just showed when he was playing pitcher or catcher, and I just really appreciate that. I just appreciate that every time I asked him to do something, he did it without any hesitation, just say, yes, coach, and I really appreciate that. And so if I'm wrong, I think it was your first year, right, Andrew? Yeah. So let's hear it for Andrew. And Andrew, good job. Andrew's dad, I want to tell you a story about Andrew. Andrew's dad came up to the first day that I asked Andrew to play catcher, and his dad was concerned. He's like, Coach, Andrew's never played that position. He hasn't practiced it. And I said, I think he's going to do well. And so he got in that position one game, and pretty much stayed in the pitcher-catcher position for most of the rest of the games because he did such a great job. So let's hear it for Andrew.
Did he catch like 3 top flies in that position?
Yes, he did. That's
Woo!
Got 3 top flies. I know we owe Jackson a candy bar.
2.
From his last one.
I think 2.
I want to make sure we got all right. I don't want to ask for another 2 candy bars.
I heard him say 2 candy bars.
Kids don't forget their
All right.
No, they
And
don't.
this young man, I don't think it was his first year playing. It was his first year on our team. And talked to Coach Norma, talked to his mom, and said that his last baseball experience was really tough, and he didn't like it. He didn't have fun. And I was even surprised that if, oftentimes when your first baseball or experience with something is not very good, to want to come back and play, but not only that, to want to come back and play with a serious attitude again. He got hurt in one game, wanted to come back and make sure he made it in the game, and just did really well. And one of the most had the best game face of all the boys on the team, and it just took me whatever I could do to get him to smile when he came up to bat, because he looked like he was angry as ever at the ball. But I'm pretty sure it seemed like Chris was having a fun time, and we sure enjoyed having him on the team. So let's hear it for Chris Haggerty. All right. Let's hear it.
What a big smile.
Good job, buddy.
All right. This young man, again, another first-year player who just came out, and I'm not sure how much he knew, but he always smiled and always had a good attitude, and was just always ready to do whatever I asked. And no matter how hard or how awkward it may have seemed, if he had to try a new position, he just never questioned me. And one thing that I always got to know about this young man is whenever he was ready, he'd give me the best nod. He'd give me that hurt my neck just doing that. But Hunter, every time I would just, when I'd get up there to pitch, I'd show him the ball, and he'd just give me that nod like, "I'm ready, coach, I'm ready." And he just always had a very enthusiastic smile. And again, just looked like he loved being out there, and I know that we loved having Hunter on the team. So let's hear it for Hunter. All right. Now we're going to get down a couple of guys. I know Jackson was on our team last year, and I forgot to mention that. Sean was on our team last year, and Jaden and Rocky were on our team last year, and of course Garrett. And Garrett is always just again, one of those boys that, whenever you ask him, he's just like, "Yes, coach." And he's always smiling, always enthusiastic, always happy to be out there, never complaining. And as a coach, that's just so important. And because I know that there's some things, sometimes in baseball, you have to do something that you might not like. You might want to do something else, but you got to play center field this time or something when you really want to play shortstop or something like that, or vice versa. And to have players that just never even questioned where they were going to play, and got up there and focused on batting and was very enthusiastic, just swinging as hard as he could to hit the ball and really playing well, and that's Garrett Reese. And again, appreciate Garrett, because not only did Garrett come, he decided to bring his dad here this year, so we had an extra coach. So come on up, Garrett. All right.
Come back here.
Alright, and the next two boys are of course, we know who they are. A couple of boys that formed a friendship last season, and that friendship continues very strongly today. And I just love seeing it, and I love just how things have developed. And I hope as we get older and those baseball friendships form in amongst the team, it's just really special, because those are things that we remember. When you get to be my age, boys, and you think about, I remember when I used to play baseball with that guy, or remember when after the games we would, our parents would take us out for pizza. If that hasn't happened, we need to start working on that. Right? Okay? After the games, we need to do some pizza parties. That's kind of a tradition. But anyway,
You do.
And but you know what? Whenever I think of this young man, I think of somebody who loves the game and who has one of the most infectious smiles that I can think of, and just loves playing baseball. And I don't think anybody encourages the other boys more than this boy. If someone's having a hard time, he's like, "Hey, that's good job, that's okay," or always working at being the player that is kind of like helps hold the whole team together. And that young man is Rocky. And so let's hear it for Rocky.
The dance, let's see the dance.
You got to dance? were not for this player, I would probably not, coaching. I love coaching the boys. It's the parents that make me nervous. Not you guys, the other teams. I just never know what to expect, and it's just always one of those things. If you're ever curious, you can always ask, my wife after every game. I just mull over things, and I just, if it wasn't for this young man, I probably wouldn't do it, and I would be missing out of having something, a special time, not only with your boys, but with my own son. And again, a boy that, not just because he's my son, but I know that he loves the game, and he just loves baseball. And after several games, Jaden would come up to me, and no matter how he did, if he hit well, if he hit poorly, he'd say, "Dad, can we do some batting practice?" And we'd be out there. Our last game, we were out there till it was dark, till we couldn't see the ball anymore, just because he wanted to get better. And that type of heart, of course, always towards the game blesses a coach's heart, because it's someone who is not satisfied with just being okay, but somebody who wants to get better. And that, of course, player is Jaden Austin. Let's come on up, buddy. All right, and I didn't miss anybody, did I? I hope not. I missed you. I did not miss you with your dimples. Okay, are you going to show us? Come here. You want to show us your dimples now when you're? Come on. Come on.